They ain't doubt the talent, they fear the outcome. They greased the stairs, told me climb anyway. To the crown of the room, then said on your place. Film scream MVP, but they mute the sound. Bury truth in the dirt, let the lies do round. Draft night felt like a courtroom rig. Evidence clear, but the verdict fixed. Handshake snakes with a smile so wide. Crossed out my name with a permanent line. They scared of a king who can't be controlled. So they sell fake fear like truth got sold. Trying to break my spine before I touch the throne. But pressure only turn cold as stones.
Watch this.
They know.
Facts.
Facts! Woo! Riot lip, they cut the brakes on purpose. Woo. Turn the lane to a service. Woo. Fake stories, puppets and serpents. Woo. Buried alive, but the dirt was worthless. Who really pulled? Still, still come deep. Can't stop this. Still here, still here, still here. NFL pilots, first team reps locked behind steel doors. They feed me crumbs, then ask why I want more. Death chart like a graveyard shit. They bury talent, promote relationships. Coach cold shoulder like I'm bad for the brand. But I read the fences like God's own plan. They want silence, obedience, smile and wait. But I throw truth deep, can't check down fake. Trolls bark loud from a Wi-Fi cage. Throw rocks at a lion still in his cage. They pray I crack, they bet I fall. But I've been training the fire since before the call. Talk heavy, read that, cold blood. Facts! Even harder, they've been cutting the power. Every minute, every hour. Trying to kill a seed, a forward flower. But I grew teeth in the dirt. Divorce. Impossible. Impossible. They tried to drown me. Forgot I was the way. Tried to bury me. Forgot I was the grave. You can't sabotage destiny. I came back different, eyes like war, smile gone mercy, left at the door. They tried to erase me like chalk and rain, but legends get carved, they don't wash away. From backup plans to the main event, they try to stall time, God his sin. Every lie they told built my skin. Now I'm bulletproof where they ain't within. They wanted obedience, I wanted truth. Now the whole damn league gotta watch me move. Turn sabotage into gasoline. Lit the match, now I haunt they dreams. Look now, build different. Facts. Riot, they cut the brakes on purpose. Turn the lane to a circus. Fake stories, puppets and serpents. Bury alive, but the dirt was worthless. Who really pulls? Stand. Say them cutting up power. Say them sudden up power. Every minute, every hour, trying to kill the seed before with flower. Like blue teeth in the get bored. Get bored. I'm standing now. Facts. They try to sabotage the rise. But pressure don't destroy kings. It crowns them.
What's going on? We back with another one. I ain't promote this one like I should, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Money man back in that thing. You already know my name. Shout, I think I'm playing game, but I really ain't, man. But what's going on, man? I appreciate y'all for coming. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share, and tell your friends about the Money Man music right here. This Money Man, you already know, man. We dropping music on this channel, and I told y'all, for the ones that don't know, that I was going live on this channel because I was doing some testing on my main channel, which is Money Man, you already know. So if you ain't subscribed over there, you need to go subscribe to Money Man, you already know. Just put the space between Money Man and you already know, and then you're going to get that page to come up. But for the ones that is here, I want to announce this to y'all, all 5 of y'all that's in here. When I hit 1,000 subscribers on this channel, this Money Man music channel right here, with the white logo that I'm live streaming on right now, when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm giving away a Shador Sanders jersey. Now, I'm going to be honest. I don't know when I'm going to give it away because Shador, according to Dion, if you ain't watched my video on my main channel, according to Coach Prime, Shador contemplating about changing his number back to 2. So we going to sit and wait. But when I hit 1,000 subscribers on this channel, I will be giving away a Shador Sanders jersey. So if you ain't subscribed, I need y'all to subscribe right now and hit that like button and tell your friends about that Money Man. You already know. I'm telling you, man. Now, the Browns gonna trade down. because they're going to sign 2 veteran receivers that I'm going to tell you about, y'all. I'm about to tell y'all in a little bit. I'm about to tell y'all about them in a little bit. But first, I want to say is what I have noticed over these last couple of weeks, months, this year, ever since Kevin Stefanski been gone. If you looked on the Cleveland Browns social media, they love Shedeur. And I ain't talking about they ain't posting just Shedeur, this, that, whatever, to get clicks. They posting meaningful stuff about Shedeur, that was happening during the season and what's going on right now. Like, think about it, y'all. Think about it. The Cleveland Browns are the ones that was in that room with a camera when Shedeur walked through there and dapped up Todd Monken. The Cleveland Browns. Look, it wasn't a live stream. It wasn't a TV show. That was recorded and then later uploaded. They could have cut that part out. They didn't have to upload Shedeur coming in there talking to Todd Monken. They didn't have to upload that. They did that because they wanted to, because they love Shedeur Sanders. I don't care what this Cleveland media say and what they talking about, man. That Cleveland Brown organization, Jimmy Haslam, Andrew Berry, they up there love Shedeur Sanders. He is all over their social media, man. Why in the world they put out this right here today?
To say Shedeur Sanders arrived in the NFL with high expectations would be an understatement, but that's nothing new for this Browns quarterback. Football has always been a part of Sanders' life. His father, Dion, is a member of both the Pro Football and College Football Hall of Fame, and from an early age, Shedeur learned what preparation, accountability, and confidence demand, and how necessary they are if you're going to stay in the bright lights.
A lot of people don't understand it's a lot more adversity than you think, just even being the son of Deion Sanders.
At Trinity Christian High School in Texas, with Dion calling the offense, Shedeur led his team to a state championship while developing the calm, controlled style that would define his game. That approach carried over to college. Across 2 seasons at Jackson State, Sanders posted a 23-3 record as a starter, becoming one of the most efficient quarterbacks in college football. In 2022, he was named SWAC Offensive Player of the Year, but he craved a bigger stage. In 2023, Sanders took his game to Colorado and changed the program's trajectory. Over 2 seasons, he rewrote the school's record book, finishing his career as Colorado's all-time leader in passing touchdowns. In 2024, he posted a 165.9 passer rating and earned Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year honors. The NFL draft didn't go as anyone expected, least of all Shedeur. But he stayed ready, and when the call came from the Browns with the 144th pick, Sanders knew he'd found an opportunity. Draft position only defines where the journey starts. Down that road, learning the NFL game, staying prepared, and striking when the moment was right. By the end of the year, in 8 games, Shedeur threw for 1,400 yards and 7 touchdowns and was named to the Pro Bowl as a reserve. To decompress off the field, Shedeur trades one stage for another, expressing himself through music. It's another reflection of confidence built through preparation. The only attention he's truly seeking is to the details.
Once again, I say the Cleveland Browns love Shedeur Sanders. The Cleveland Brown organization love Shedeur Sanders. You know how much editing that took to make that 2-minute long clip right there where I just showed y'all? Can you imagine the editor that had to do all them graphics? And then the commentator, what he said right there at the end, the only attention Shedeur is seeking is in the details. That's a shot at their own media. Is it not? Is it not? Somebody tell me it ain't. Somebody tell me it ain't. Tell me that last part. Let's listen to it again. Tell y'all don't believe me. Listen to that.
threw for 1,400 yards and 7 touchdowns and was named to the Pro Bowl as a reserve. To decompress off the field, Shedeur trades one stage for another, expressing himself through music. It's another reflection of confidence built through preparation. The only attention he's truly seeking is to the details.
They talked about the man making music for preparation. Let me get it out now. They talked about him making music for preparation and confidence. Then you say the only attention he is seeking is in the details. If that ain't a shot at their own media with all this buffoonery they keep talking, like quarterback battle, Deshaun Watson, Shedeur Sanders. Then I made a video about how they saying Dylan Gabriel ain't in the prep. Now I made a video that I just posted that y'all need to go look at on the main channel about Shedeur Sanders might be switching back to number 2. So this quarterback foolery was just a smoke and mirrors. Because I told y'all they weren't getting Malik Willis. I told y'all they weren't going to get Kyler Murray. I told y'all they weren't getting Tua. I told y'all they weren't trading for Mac Jones. Now they talking about trading for J.J. McCarthy. No, they not going to get a quarterback. The Cleveland Browns organization love Shedeur Sanders. They keep posting him on their social media relentlessly, man. I wish I was logged in on TikTok. If you go on Cleveland Brown TikTok, they posted a weird post about Shedeur Sanders. I don't even understand what it is, but it was so weird. When I seen it, I like, what are they doing? What are the Cleveland Browns doing? They just posting Shedeur Sanders at this point. Let me see, can I find it real quick? They just posting Shedeur Sanders on their social media to be posting Shedeur on their social media because they love him that much. Let me mute it. Look at this. Let me see, can I show it? It ain't gonna let me show it. Look at this. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. Look at this. The Cleveland Brown TikTok. This is the Cleveland Browns official TikTok. What are they doing? Now they got music playing already, you know, he ain't copyrighted. But what is this right here? Why even put that in the clip? But like I said, man, they love Shedeur Sanders. They love Shedeur Sanders, and it's obvious. It's obvious, man. It's obvious. QB1, Shedeur Sanders. Then but you still got fools talking about Deshaun Watson. And it makes no sense. These two look like they coming to reality.
I don't believe that it's Deshaun Watson.
I do. They are when Adam Schefter is
Schefter's getting fed that from them, and they want that out there now. That Deshaun's a real. They want you, Daryl, believing that Deshaun has a chance.
That's the point. The fact that they're even saying it. That's the point, Nick.
You're worried about nothing. I'm not even worried. Last week I was worried about it, and I was in here and I was saying I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not worried about it.
I'm not worried about the Cleveland Browns. Okay, I'm not.
I think it's easy to just say publicly Deshaun's got a chance, because then Deshaun himself believes, oh, I've got a chance. I'm going to sign up for this. I'm not going to go to the NFLPA and cause this whole nightmare situation because they're paying me 25% of their cap sheet to be here. So I might as well be compliant. The Browns are going to be compliant by telling them, hey, you got a chance. It's an open competition. But at the end of the day, they said they want to get younger. They're going to go with the young quarterback, and that's Shedeur Sanders.
I know what the Browns. First of all, I hope you're right.
I hope I'm right too.
I mean, I do. It's just I don't trust them. The Browns have lost my trust. They have to earn it back. Okay.
Is this a step towards earning that trust back? If they go with someone not named Deshaun Watson?
If they go with Deshaun, I'm done.
Me too. Me too.
I am absolutely done.
First of all, crooked mouth, they don't trust you. So the Cleveland Browns ain't told this Cleveland media, nothing. They just speculate. But one thing bro did say what was true was they gonna say it's an open competition because of Deshaun Watson. They gotta say it's an open competition because they need these quarterbacks, mainly Shador Sanders, to compete and play at the highest level to get this job and get prepared for week 1. Now, saying this open competition, like he said, Deshaun Watson getting paid some of the biggest money to sit on the bench and about to get released by a team after this year that you could ever pay a player. I guess you can go back to John Wall in the NBA when he was at home literally and didn't play for the Houston Rockets and was getting paid like $40 million for the next 2 years. That was ridiculous. But with that being said, if they tell Deshaun Watson he's not the quarterback or is not an open competition and he healthy and they not playing him, first of all, they can't do that. So now, like he said, he can go to the NFLPA, file a grievance, sue the Cleveland Browns and the NFL because he's fully healthy. He got a clean bill of health, and they won't play him. Now, with that being said, I don't know if he still could do it if he don't play. But with them coming out and saying that it's an open competition, I think they cover all the bases as far as Deshaun Watson moving with a grievance with the NFLPA to say they not playing him on purpose. Now, the other part is, dang, I just forgot. Oh, y'all catching this thing live. Wait till I edit this. There it is right there. So the other part of it is that Andrew Berry out his own mouth said they want to get younger. They got to build through the draft. They got to accumulate. They got to hit this draft nail on the head like they did in 25. If you trying to get younger, Deshaun Watson is not the answer. And I said that plenty of times. I made like 3-4 Deshaun Watson videos about talking about why he shouldn't be playing and why Shador Sanders is QB1. But don't nobody want to believe me. But what I'm saying is, if you gonna play Deshaun Watson and he play good, that's what I said. If he play good, then you got to re-sign him. Why you gonna play a quarterback and he take you to the playoffs and you not re-sign him? You just wasted a year of Shador Sanders' career and Deshaun Watson's career because he's not coming back. Then you're going to give him off to somebody else so he can go help them win. It makes no sense. You brought in Todd Monkey to develop these quarterbacks and to develop these young players. That's what you need to do. Don't waste your time on a 1-year project that y'all trying to relive 2020 when the man ain't even played good in y'all jersey. But you done seen him play in 2020 in the Houston Texans jersey, and then you think he gonna come back after 6 years and 2 Achilles tears? You telling me Deshaun Watson gonna come back and play to that MVP Deshaun Watson in 2020? No, I don't think so. Why would I waste my time with a quarterback I'm getting rid of? That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. But let them folk keep talking. Let them folk keep talking. And now I'm glad a former player that was under Kevin Stefanski that came out and called him out. Jarvis Landry up there with Leonard Fournette. They didn't got their own podcast, just started it maybe last week. And he came out and was talking about how Kevin Stefanski gave up the play calling. Then when they started winning, he took the play calling back. And I wonder why they lost in the playoff game. I ain't paid attention to it. I ain't watched the game. I'm just speculating right now because I ain't watched the film of the game. But it wouldn't surprise me if they lost that game on some boneheaded head coaching decisions.
You telling me that record he deserved 2-time coach of the year? Maybe he got it because he was coaching the Cleveland Browns.
His first year he came in.
Yeah.
We made some noise.
Yeah.
Obviously the years before we hadn't had no success at all. So it was. I do think it was fitting and well deserved. I know when I was there for 100% fact, when we were struggling as an offense, I know Kevin Stefanski himself gave up play calling to AVP. The same thing that he's done, that we have guys that have told us that he's done throughout the years of not being able to get it done as a play caller and then putting it off on somebody else. Then the team gets success and then he takes over play calling again. I don't know how much history he's going to have as a head coach. But again, with this record, only thing he really got going for him is those 2-time Coach of the Year.
You said it out. You heard it out Jarvis Landry's mouth, man. Kevin Stefanski done gave up the play calling multiple times before, and then when the team started winning, he take the play calling back that looked like he was the one still calling the plays. So he take the credit. So do them 2 coaches of the year? They talk. Hold on, they talk about them 2 coaches of year awards like they is the all in be all. Last time I checked, the all in be all was the Super Bowl. He don't have 2 Super Bowl rings. He got 2 coach of the year awards. Now they got big question marks. Since these haters and the trolls want to sit here and talk about Shedeur Sanders going to the Pro Bowl, that don't count. That don't count. That don't count. Kevin Stefanski gave up the play calling multiple times. And then when they start winning, I'm pretty sure he's talking about 2020 because they went to the playoffs then. So he had to do it in 2023. So guess what? If that's the case, thank you, Mr. Landry. If that's the case, them 2 Coach of the Year awards ain't Kevin Stefanski's. So since y'all want to talk and say Shedeur Sanders Pro Bowl don't count, Kevin Stefanski 2 Coach of the Year awards don't count. They don't. And then y'all wondering who AVP is. I know y'all wonder who is AVP. AVP. Alex Van Pelt. Guess who? Guess where Alex Van Pelt is coaching at now? Guess where Alex Van Pelt is coaching at right now? I'll wait. This man is coaching for the Atlanta Falcons. The man, Jarvis Landry, just sat there and said, took over the play calling and got the team to winning. Kevin done brought the man to Atlanta. Kevin, why would you bring that man to Atlanta? I guess we know why now. I guess we know why Kevin Stefanski hired Alex Van Pelt. And then, if y'all didn't know, Kevin Stefanski done gave up the play calling already. He gave up the play calling to Tommy Reese already. And I'm telling you right now, he trying to find a scapegoat. He trying to find a scapegoat over there. And he gonna blank. He gonna say there's Tommy Reese. You can find the offensive coordinator quicker than you can find a head coach. I'm just saying. But as we just found out, it looked like Alex Van Pelt gonna have more input in their offensive play calling than we think. And this a man you wouldn't even think because they use initials AVP, but that's who it is. Because he was on their coaching staff. Jarvis Landry we're talking about. He was on their coaching staff. So there it is right there. Alex Van Pelt should be the offensive coordinator. He gonna be calling the plays because he did up there in Cleveland. Because if the Falcons start winning, then you know why. Alex Van Pelt right there. It ain't Kevin Stefanski. It ain't none of that. So he done went and hired the man. He done went and hired the man. That is crazy, man. Because if you got a coach that do any of this stuff right here, what Emory Hunt about to say about Kevin Stefanski. Granted, this was the preseason when they played the Rams, but it fit to a T of what Kevin Stefanski did and is still doing.
A lot of times with these coaches and coaches like Kevin Stefanski, it's ego over execution. It's plays over players. At the end of the day, you got to give this kid a shot to redeem himself. That's the beauty of being a rookie. You're going to go out there, you're going to struggle, you're going to have some success, you're going to struggle again, but you want to see them come out on the other side. Now, Shedeur had 5 sacks, 5 drives, just was trying to impress coaches, the fans, trying to live up to what Dylan Gabriel just put out there on the field. And Kevin Stefanski handled that situation and this whole quarterback competition horribly, because you removed an opportunity for him to redeem himself in that situation, to go out as a winner. And again, it's not just we all see it. Players on the team sees it. Players on the opposing teams see it. They know what's going on. They know what's going down, but it's all about Kevin Stefanski's ego. We saw this with Baker Mayfield. Oh, it doesn't fit my system. Well, your system has to be about the players that are in it. And we've seen him do this because the offense was completely different when Dylan Gabriel was out there. It was a lot of, short, quick passes to get the ball out of his hands, spread the formation, which is great. That's what you're supposed to do for a guy that thrives in that situation. So I don't know why for Shedeur, the offense changed. He kind of wanted to curate something around him. But at the end of the day, Shedeur recognized he had to play better. That game looked a lot like that UCLA game his first year in Colorado. But I blame Stefanski for how he's handled this whole situation, because it doesn't look very coach of the year leadership-like to me.
Now, that explains a lot, because Jarvis Landry just told us Kevin Stefanski ain't winning them coach of the year awards. He took the credit. He took the credit for them coach of the year awards. So now it making sense why he did Shedeur like that, because his ego got in the way. Shedeur bigger than the team. He bigger than me. They ain't talking about me. They talking about Shedeur. Now you getting jealous. So that's what it was. That's what it was. Kevin Stefanski up there jealous of Shedeur Sanders. Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. And I'm telling you, it's showing, let me put in context first for the haters and the trolls and the folk that don't know, that preseason game right there, that whole offensive line got cut. That whole offensive line that wasn't blocking for Shedeur Sanders got cut. And what Emory Hunt was talking about was Shedeur Sanders was leading the team on a drive, and Kevin Stefanski took him out. He was gonna have 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter of that preseason game to drive that team down the field and to score a touchdown or kick a field goal to win that game. But no, Kevin Stefanski took him out. That's why he was talking about you got to let a young player redeem himself, because Shedeur was playing bad. That's what they're gonna say. But when you see them plays and them clips and that offensive line ain't blocking, they turn around looking and wondering why they out the NFL. That's why. That's why. But hey, people want to say what they want to say. They're gonna say what they want to say, because they ain't gonna put the whole context in there. Now Kevin Stefanski, the messed around, came and became the second head coach hired out the coaching pool. Second head coach hired after Jim Harbaugh, came down to Atlanta and doing the same thing to Michael Penix. The same exact thing to Michael Penix. But it's a little easier because Michael Penix already hurt. If y'all want to more on that story, I need y'all to go subscribe to Dirty Bird Savages. I'm covering the Atlanta Falcons over there on my new channel, Dirty Bird Savages. And when I hit 1,000 subscribers over there, I'm giving away a Bijan Robinson jersey. I just had to put that in there. For the ones that just got here, let me go ahead and go over that again. So I got 730 subscribers on this channel right here. Money Man, you already know music. I need y'all to subscribe if you ain't subscribed, because when I hit 1,000 subscribers on this channel, I'm giving away a Shedeur Sanders jersey. Now, like I said in the beginning, I don't know when I'm going to give it away the jersey in case Shedeur Sanders changes number from 12 to 2. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to go to my main channel and watch that video that I just dropped a couple hours ago about Shedeur Sanders may switch his jersey from 12 back to number 2 via Coach Prime. He said it on I Got Time Today. I'm telling you, that's a good video right there. But for the ones, like I said, that ain't subscribed, y'all need to subscribe right now. Back to Kevin real quick. I forgot to play them.
How does this make Jarvis taking shots at Stefanski, saying the only thing he has going for him is the two Coach of the Year
which,
awards.
by the way, is pretty tough to do. Getting 2 Coach of the Year awards, that's
yeah.
It's a high mark.
How does this make you, just as a Browns fan, hearing all of this chatter, like, just how does this make you feel? So I'll let you answer your own question first here.
I mean, I feel like I was sort of duped. I mean, it's probably the best way of putting it, because I was behind Kevin Stefanski thinking that, like the things that went on behind the scenes at the Browns, it wasn't him. It was Baker Mayfield. We heard, all of the players, like not all of the players, but some of the players and Stefanski weren't vibing with Baker. So we got to move off him. We got to find a guy that is going to fit in Kevin Stefanski's system. Come to find out, Kevin Stefanski's system just ain't that good.
Big boy straight out of said it, man. Kevin Stefanski's system ain't that good, and it ain't surprising, bro. Because when it came out with the report cards, the players of the Cleveland Browns that Kevin Stefanski just had got done coaching voted him the worst coach in the NFL. His own players voted him the worst coach in the NFL, and y'all just think this is a coincidence. It wasn't Baker Mayfield. It ain't Shedeur Sanders. Hell, I can even say it ain't Dylan Gabriel. It's Kevin Stefanski. Wow. What a surprise. It's not a surprise to me because I ain't like the man anyway. But I'm telling you right now, that is appalling, man. To finally hear that this man up here cheated his way the 2 Coach of the Year award to take the credit. And that's my next thing. It ain't hard to win 2 Coach of the Year awards in Cleveland if the organization ain't won nothing since 1964. And your first year as a head coach with the team, look, y'all got to understand what type team they had over there. They had Odell Beckham, Jarvis Landry, Baker Mayfield, a prime Nick Chubb. They had a stacked offense, but the defense was so-so, but you still had Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward. So if you make the playoffs, of course you're going to win Coach of the Year because you coaching the Browns in your first year. You made the playoffs, one and done. 2023, he lucky Joe Flacco got up off the couch and came and won 5 games. And that's how he won the second one. Then guess what? Made it to a playoff, one and done. So you tell me, do we really deserve them 2 Coach of the Year awards? After we just heard Jarvis Landry talk about how he gave up the play calling and took the play calling back after they started winning. That's ridiculous, man. That's ridiculous. And then you ain't gonna say nothing? Because he ain't say he gave up the play calling. He gave up the play calling this past season because he knew he was getting fired. And it done came out that he knew that he was getting fired. And I think he knew way before they reported that he knew, because his agent at the time came out and said that if he gets fired, this was like a month and a half left of the season. And he came out and said, if Kevin gets fired, he's going to get another head coaching job. Why would the agent come out and say that? So he can get ahead, way ahead of what the Browns were going to do. Because they had already told him, bro, if you don't win this game, you don't win that game, we don't like you developing. You're not developing these players. Andrew Barry said why they fired him. So they had already told Kevin, man. You don't subscribe to them. I'm telling you, man, this is not shocking at all. Not shocking at all, man. Not to me. I don't know about y'all, but definitely not to me. Now let's switch gears. This is the last thing I want to talk about. What the title and the thumbnail is. Browns trade down and sign 2 veteran wide receivers. This changes everything. And the reason why the Browns are going to trade down is because they signing these 2 veteran receivers. Now, I know y'all want to say, Money Man, what 2 veteran receivers are you talking about? And why the Browns going to trade down? Don't they want Cornell Tate? Don't they want Monroe Freeland? Don't they want Jordan Tyson? Here it is right here. These two wide receivers about to fix the Cleveland Browns. All Andrew Berry got to do is go put pen to paper. That's all they got to do. Look, y'all in trouble. One of them got some legal stuff going on, and the other one just got injured. You are aging receiver, both of you. Guess what? I'm going to give you a 1-year deal, $3 to $4 million a piece to come play with the Browns to redeem your career. Problem solved right there. Now you tell me, just looking at this picture right here, if you add these two players with their skill level to that receiver room, you don't need to draft a receiver at 6. You don't need to draft a receiver at 24. Because I'm going to take a 1-year flyer. I'm going to take a 1-year flyer on both of these players and bet on them. And I'm going to see what they turn out to be in this 1 year. Now, if they don't hit on nothing, guess what? I done traded down. Now I done got an extra first-round pick in 2027. And they telling me that the 2027 draft is stacked. That's what they telling me. And I know sure enough 2 receivers that's coming out next year, Ryan Williams and Jeremiah Smith. Them bona fide receiver ones. So all I need to do is position myself to get one of them in the first round or be able to trade up next year in 2027 if they live up to the hype. Now, you can believe in Cornell Tate. You can believe in an injured riddle Jordan Tyson. I wouldn't blame you if they did draft him. But we going to do another mock draft real quick, and I'm about to show y'all something that's crazy and why the Browns need to trade down and Andrew Berry need to watch this video. I'm telling you right now, y'all need to go share this thing when I put it out. Y'all need to go share this thing. Andrew Berry need to sign Tyreek Hill and Stephon Diggs. I know they've been in legal trouble. But I was watching the video earlier on Browns Report, and bro was throwing out trade scenarios. He had Rasheed Rice, Jordan Addison, and some other players on the list. And about 3 or 4 of them, he was saying the off-field issues. Why would I want to trade for a player that has off-field issues when I can go sign 2 that's in the free agency and I ain't got to give up nothing? Sign them to a 1-year deal. Sometimes they might even have to take a veteran minimum. I ain't going to say they is. But Tyreek Hill, bro, you coming off a gruesome injury. You need to redeem yourself, cheater. Stephon Diggs, I know you got your heart broke 3 times back to back to back. You lost in the Super Bowl. Cardi B broke up with you, and you got sued. You got your heart broke 3 times back to back to back. So, bro, you need a redemption story. Why not? And I'll tell you right now, their skill level is way better than the Jag you got in that room right now. So this your receiver room. If you add these 2, Tyreek Hill, they said reportedly that he's gonna be ready for week 1. It reported that he's gonna be ready for week 1. So I'm signing Tyreek Hill. I'm signing Stephon Diggs. You got them 2 in your room. Now I got the Jag, Jerry Jeudy. I still got Isaiah Bond. I still got Charles Tillman. I still got my 6th round, my 6th pick, and my 24th pick in the draft. But I'm going to trade the 6th pick, trade back, and then I'm going to draft the receiver with my 24th pick. Now I got a rookie receiver. Then don't Gage Larvidan. Corley. You still got them 2 players on. Like, come on. Are you seeing what I'm saying? Is y'all understanding what I'm trying to say? This is why Andrew Berry needs to sign these 2. That's why you need to sign these 2. Because they don't have that many options. And if you offer them and they still want to play, they might have to take your offer. Andrew Berry did it with Isaiah Bond. Isaiah Bond went undrafted. Andrew Berry had been contacting and talking to this man the whole time. And when them legal issues got dropped, guess what? Sign on that dot. Undrafted free agent Isaiah Bond. Come on. I'm just saying. But these folk, they still talking about these players right here.
It's got to be Carnell Tate. It's got to be Carnell Tate. He's screaming at you, especially with the Jordan Tyson news that he's
still kind of working his way.
I said it was going to be one or the other for the wide receivers. Those guys are going to be your number one wide receiver ones, opening day starters. Give me Carnell Tate. I'm going back to what I once did. Carnell Tate at 6. It's too much of a layup to miss.
I have the exact same thought, man.
There we go.
2 and 3 weeks ago, we were on Carnell Tate at 6. Last week, we both got off of that. This week, we're back on it. I think for the Browns, Carnell Tate is as close to, you need an absolute bona fide, no doubt starter at 6. As much as they need a left tackle still. None of the guys in this draft, I don't think you can sit there and say bona fide starter and you would expect them to sign to an extension when their rookie deal is done. Carnell Tate seems like that guy and is as close to that as you can be right now.
Get what, y'all? I give you 2 bona fide receivers right there. I can give you 2 bona fide receivers right there. What? Robson, look here. Look here now. Just look at the man numbers. His man went over 1,000 yards with the Patriots. Houston, Texas, he got hurt. Other than that, he been over 1,000 yards the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. 7 out of 8 years. 7 out of the last 8 years. Stephon Diggs then went over 1,000 yards. Now just imagine he played with Kirk Cousins, Josh Allen, and whoever the Houston quarterback was at the time, then Drake May. What you think he gonna do with Shedeur Sanders? The most accurate quarterback ever in college football. And putting the ball on the money. What you think Stephon Diggs gonna do when he get 12/2? Because we don't know what number he gonna pick. Back there slinging that rock, putting it right in his hand when he ain't even got to work that hard. Come on now. Put W12 in the chat if you believe in me. Then we go to the cheetah. One of the fastest players in the NFL. This man only done had, besides getting hurt last year, this past season, he only done had 3 seasons under 1,000 yards. He only done had 3 seasons under 1,000 yards in his whole career. I'm not counting on the 25 he got hurt. But he almost had 1,000 last year in 24. Only needed 50, 40 more yards. So you mean to tell me you wouldn't take a chance on Tyreek Hill and Stephon Diggs? This is the wide receiver fix. This is who Shedeur need back there, or up there, or out there to throw the ball to. I put both of them, one on this side, one on that side, and put Judah in the slot. Or put Tyreek in the slot, because he a mismatch wherever he is on the field. Saying, I'm speaking in terms that he back to 100%. That's a nightmare. And put him in Todd Monken offense. Ooh, that's nasty. That's nasty. And then this is what I moved to right here. This is why I moved to right here. And the reason why I say that is the reason why we're going to trade back in this mock draft right here. Now, y'all going to be like, Money Man, how you finesse this right here? I have been working this trade right here. Y'all already see it. I'm going to click on it, and then I'm going to explain it. What one I had. I'm going to click on it, then I explain it right here. Proposed trade, the Cleveland Browns trading back from number 6 and the 39th pick in the second round. They trading back to pick 11, and they're going to acquire pick 30 and pick 87 from the Miami Dolphins. It's going to go through, confirming the trade. So we just traded the number 6 overall pick for the 11th pick, the 30th pick, and the 87th pick from the Miami Dolphins. Now, Money Man, you said you're going to get a first round 2027 draft for next year. Hold your horses. Because now we taking the bottom of the barrel team that's worse than us, the Arizona Cardinals, because they're going to be bad again. We going to trade the 30th pick for their first round. Is already accepted. We going to trade the 30th pick for their first round in 2027. So now the Arizona Cardinals got the 3rd pick. And then they're going to jump back at the back end of the first round and draft whoever they want to draft. But guess what? We can still add. We can even add up to 3 more draft picks if we wanted to. That's what we can do. Because guess what? Now we trading the 30th overall pick in the first round to the Arizona Cardinals so they can jump back in the first round for pick 104, 143, 217, and the 2027 Arizona first round. Now, how likely this trade is, I don't know. But we doing it right here because I'm showing you. Confirm. Now we done did it. Now we done did it. Now we got picks 11, 24, 70, 87, 104, 107, 143, 146, 149, 206, 217, and 248, and a 2027 first rounder for next year. Money Man just finessed the game. This is why I say if you sign those 2 vets, you do not have to draft a receiver at 6. You don't even have to stay at 6. And to make it even more interesting, guess what else we could do? We can call at the Cowboys and say, hey, we want to trade up 4 spots. We're going to give you the 24th overall pick and the 20th pick for the 20th pick. Cowboys say, Jerry Jones say, that ain't enough. That ain't enough, fella. I need more than just the 24th overall pick to move up to the 20 if you want me to trade for you. So we're going to give Jerry Jones pick 107 in the 3rd round. Now, the Cleveland Browns finessed and got a pick for next year and then going to move up in the draft. So now we trading away pick 24 and pick 107 to move up 4 spots to pick number 20 from the Dallas Cowboys. Let me pause real quick. But if y'all, did I just finesse that? Did I just finesse that? Because we really didn't have to move up to 20. We could have stayed at 24 and kept that 107 pick. But I just did it anyway. So now, let's go ahead and start this draft. And y'all can see right here, we already getting a trade. We ain't doing that. Guess who's still on the board? Guess who's still on the board? Tate went 5. He went even at 6. We gonna get him. Jordan Tyson with 6. But Caleb Downs with 8. Y'all know I like Caleb Downs and all that. So guess what? We still got Jeremiah Love, and the pick everybody say the Cleveland Browns gonna take at 6 is Monroe Freeland. So to get our left tackle. So we just gonna go ahead and take Monroe Freeland right now, man. Woo! Carolina, they done pulled a fast one on me. Y'all can't even see it. They done pulled a fast one on me. So we went and got Monroe Freeland at 11. Then we had picked 20. I was going to pick Amari Cooper as the receiver, but it looked like the Panthers done pulled a fast one on me. So now we can finesse this thing. We could either look at the trade offers. The Dolphins want to get back in there. They want to trade us our old pick back. But see, we ain't getting no first round no more. So now what we could do is we could take another lineman, the best offensive guard right here from Penn State. We can take him if we wanted to, but we still gonna have a problem with receivers. So we look at these receivers right here. You got Concepcion, you got Chris Bell, you got Denzel Boston. They're coming up slow. So you can finesse this thing either way. But right now, I'm just gonna take KC just because we on the 20th pick, and the pick I really want was Amari Cooper right here, but he already got drafted, so we just gonna take KC right here. Still get our receiver. So now we done traded back, finessed, and got a first round pick out of this whole situation, and still drafted the left tackle and the receiver in the first two picks. We already done accomplished what we need to accomplish. Now all we gotta do is just fill out the rest of the roster with depth. We ain't got no second round pick, but it don't matter. We got a third round pick at pick 70 right here. I ain't trading no more. So now, this where it come to where Money Man gonna do his magic. Because I've been studying this thing, man. I've been studying this thing. So now we can either go back to receiver and pick up one of these guys, or we can go offensive tackle again and get another guy. But since I got pick 70 that we on right now, 87 and 104, it's two players that's offensive linemen that I'm targeting. But I could go tight end or receiver because one of them just got picked up. But it's one tight end, Michael Trigg right here, that really intrigues me. He really intrigues me for the Browns to draft him. And I wouldn't put it past them today. They might draft this dude because of the signing of that Jack Toll. I told y'all Jack Toll was one of my favorite signings that the Cleveland Browns picked up. And we looked at his stats. The man only got 200 receiving yards for his whole career. Now, with that being said, that ain't why they signed him to catch the ball. So Todd Monken with Harold Fanning, listen to this now. Let me explain it. Todd Monken with Harold Fanning. And if he draft Oscar Delp, Michael Trigg right there I just showed you, or Eli Towers, the other tight end, he got a 13 personnel set that he can run with one blocking tight end and two receiving tight ends that are mismatches with Stephon Diggs and Tyreek Hill. I just fixed the whole Cleveland Browns in one season. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. But like I said, you can still draft a receiver if you just want to draft a receiver. So we looking at this thing right here, man. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna pick the best center in this game right here, Connor Luke. He the best center in this draft. So I'm picking him in the third round at 70 right here. I had to go ahead and pick him because he was gonna come out the board. He was gonna come out the board quick. Then we had pick 87. This is why I say you can go either way right here. You can go either way right here because it's an offensive tackle, Austin Barber, that I really like, but it's another offensive tackle that I can get way later in this draft with the Cleveland Browns actually done did a 30 visit with. The Cleveland Browns done already invited this guy to the facility and talked with him. And you can get him late. And I'm going to try to get him late in this draft. But right now, like I told you, I'm going with the tight end. I'm going with the tight end in this pick. Michael Trigg right here out of Baylor. Coincidence? My fault. Harold Fanner played at Bowling Green. We took the tight end out of Baylor right there, man. Now we're going to pick 104. Woo! We had picked 104. And we don't win all offense this whole time. Guess what? Guess who's still on the board? My other left tackle. Because he a swing tackle. But he eventually started upside and left-right versatility as a swing tackle in the immediate timeline. Austin Barber out of Florida. Come be a Cleveland Brown. Come be a Cleveland Brown. Harold Perkins already went. Yup. Then we got pick 143. Then we had pick 143. Now we can go defense if we want to. We don't went offense heavy. All these picks is offense. So I got 2 offensive tackles. I got 1 swing tackle. He can play left or right. Then I got a dynamic tight end with the best center and a top receiver. They need to hire me. Andrew Berry. Come on, big dog. Come on, big dog. You got to hire me. You got to hire me. I'm telling you right now. We at 143. Let me see if my other tackle up. Yup, he up. But we can go defense if we want to. We could go defense. Linebacker already gone. Dang, he went to the Raiders. He went to the Raiders. But we can go defense if we want to. But I'm just going to go ahead and show this thing up. And I'm going to take the offensive tackle, another one, that the Cleveland Browns already invited to a 30 visit is Markel Bell. And the reason why they invited him to a 30 visit is this right here. 6'8", 335 pounds. But that ain't the only reason. The man got 36.5-inch arms and a 7'3" wingspan. 6'9" with 36.5-inch arms and 7'3" wingspan. For the ones that don't know, the ideal arm length for a tackle is 34. The man got 36.5. That's why Andrew Berry and Todd Monken invited the man on the 30th visit. So we're going to go ahead and take him with this 146 pick so we don't miss out. That's what we're going to do. I already done picked him, man. The 143 pick. Now we at 146. I have spoke a little too fast. Now, I done finessed all that. Now we can definitely go defense if we wanted to. They already done took one of my linebackers, though. But I was looking at it. But we still, as you can see, offensive guard, offensive center, quarterback, wide receiver, offensive tackle. We know we ain't drafting no quarterback. So now we can get real funky with it. We can pick whoever we want now. It don't even matter who we pick. Cause we done did what we came to do. We done did what we came. We can go Nick Singleton. We can go another offensive tackle, J.C. Davis. Stay tuned for that video when I talk about all the offensive tackles the Cleveland Browns need to target. We can go another center, Jake Slaughter. We can go a whole lot of places. The D lineman right here, out of Navy. We can go a lot of places. But I'm just going to go ahead and go corner because it is a couple other corners that I like. But since Devin Marshall right here, and he a good corner, I'm going to go ahead and draft him right there. Now we back up again, man. Nick Singer, the J-head, went to the Chiefs right there. So now they still got Taylor Green up here. We can still go back to offense and get another wide receiver if we wanted to. But I don't really like none of these. But I might have to go ahead and pick my guy because he'll be gone. Yup. We at 206. This a sleeper pick I got right here. Dijon Stribling, however you say your name. Dude is a sneaky pick for me. 4'3" and a 46'2". I wish his overview would come up, but it don't come up no more. He had one. But if you just look at these combined comps right here, who he compared to, and you see where these players drafted, and I'm looking at 95% match to Sammy Watkins. That's what I'm looking at. And then this receiver right here that killed Travis Hunter it's from Stanford when they played Stanford when Travis Hunter got toasted for 200 and some yards from the guy. So we can go for a reach right here, even though he ranked at 230. We can go ahead and drop him right there, man. I'm telling you, that's how we doing this thing right here. 206, 217, and we still got 248 picks. Now we at 206. We, like I said, we can draft anybody now. We can just go best player available. If we wanted to, we can just go best player available. It don't even matter at this point. It does not matter at this point. I don't want to go draft a quarterback, and hopefully Cleveland don't. So we didn't gonna take. I really do want a linebacker, but I ain't really looked at these guys right here. But we can go either way. Because we already done filled up the needs. We already done did everything we need to do for this team to make them dynamic and for the future. I'm telling you. We can go edge. Kamara, he done dropped, well. Dude out of Indiana. That boy done dropped. You know what? You know what? Khalil Benson. You probably already gone. I wasn't looking. Let's just go corner right here. I got 2 more picks. And we go center again. Then our last pick. Because he's going to be a special team player anyway. Let's go ahead and go to the linebacker right here, Elliott. Out of Arizona State. Boom. Right there. There it is right there. Go ahead and download that thing so I can post it. So now we just finesse this thing. We traded back, got Monroe Freeman, traded up when we didn't have to. We could have stayed where we was at and kept 24 and 107, but we decided to trade it to move up. Got KC Concepcion, wide receiver out of Texas A&M. So now we don't feel both of the needs already. Now we just adding depth. We got the best center in the game, Connor Lew, coming out of Auburn. Then we messed around and got another dynamic tight end out of Baylor, Michael Trigg. Then we doubled down on a swing tackle on the next 2 picks, 104, Austin Barber, and then Mikael Bell, who the Browns already done brought on a 30 visit at 143. Then we got one of the best corners, Devon Marshall, out of NC State. Then I drafted my sneaky wide receiver because I wanted to go ahead and get him at 149 because we had all the other picks. Then we drafted another corner at 206, Andre Fuller, Pat Cunningham, another center at 217, and then a linebacker, Keyshawn Elliott at 248. And the biggest thing out of this whole thing is a 2027 Arizona first round pick because you know they still going to be sorry. So we traded away pick 6 and pick 39 to get 11 and pick 30 that we traded to the Cardinals for them to get that 2027 first rounder so the Cardinals can move back into the first round. Then we traded up with the Cowboys for the 20th pick. So we traded the 24th pick and the 107 pick. But like I said, we didn't have to do that trade, but we did it anyway, just for in giggles. There it is right there. So y'all give me a grade on what y'all think that mock draft looks like. And did I fix the Browns? And that's including the reason why I traded down was because Andrew Berry gonna sign Stephon Diggs and Tyreek Hill. And he need to do that, man. Like I said, he can get them boys on a 1-year deal, little for nothing, because I think he can still create some more cap space, restructuring Denzel Ward contract. I don't think they finished restructuring his contract yet. And I think they can restructure after they sign Titus Howard at right tackle. I think they can restructure his already and create even more cap space. But, you know, them numbers way over my head. I'll let Andrew Berry figure it out because he got the Harvard degree. You know what I'm saying? I'm still working on my 2 dual masters, and I might end up getting my doctorate. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, a little old country boy thinking about getting his doctorate. But that's what it is, man. Y'all tell me. Ain't nobody talking, but y'all tell me how y'all think that mock draft went. I think I did pretty good on it. I have been playing with it and messing around with it and trying to figure it out how I could finesse it to get a first rounder and still load up on this draft. And I think I did, man. I really do think I did. But like I said, that 24 pick and that 20th pick can fluctuate because you ain't got to move up. And we could have had an extra pick at 107. And we probably could have, you know, got Omar Cooper, because that's who I really like at that late round wide receiver. I just think he a better fit than Carnell Tate. Just me. I ain't saying Carnell Tate bad, but just in my expertise and what I seen and what I'm looking at, I'll take Omar Cooper and try to get an extra first rounder for next year by trading that 6th pick. So that's why I say that. That's why I say that, man. But yeah, I'm about to go ahead and get all that thing. But like I told y'all earlier, if you just getting here or you ain't listening or you saying, I'm going to say a lot of work. Thanks. Appreciate you. I'm at 730 subscribers on this channel. Like I said, man, earlier, I'm going to say it again. I'm at 730 subscribers on this channel right here that I'm live streaming on. When I get 1,000 subscribers, I'm giving away a Shedeur Sanders jersey. Don't know when, because if he changes number to 2 or he thinking about it, we just going to wait. But I'm still going to get a jersey away when he make the decision if he going to keep 12 or he going to get number 2. So you might end up with a number 2 jersey from Money Man you already know. And y'all, most of y'all done been here, so y'all already know I done gave plenty of Shedeur jerseys away. So this might be your chance to win a brand new one with the number 2 on it. So yeah. And don't forget the album, Renewed Gospel album, dropping April 18th. It's going to be on all platforms. I'm telling you, I got 20 non-stop bangers. So y'all, you're going to do have to hit play and let it ride and get your praise on. I'm telling you, Renewed Gospel. If you ain't subscribed to Renewed Gospel, you need to go subscribe to that channel right now. It's scrolling at the bottom. Follow me on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Follow me on there at Browntown Ops 21 and at Moneyman on X. And then follow me on TikTok, The Prime Effect. TikTok been acting funny. That's why I ain't been posting on there. But I'm going to get back to posting on there. TikTok. Got over 20,000 followers on TikTok. I was thinking about if I get to 25,000, I might get Shedeur Sanders jersey way over there. But progress don't slow down. But I'm focusing on my money makers, and that is YouTube. So, yeah. I appreciate y'all for coming. Hit that like button, subscribe and share, and tell your friends about the Money Man you already know on both of the channels. And stay tuned for that music. Appreciate y'all.
They ain't doubt the talent, they fear the outcome. They greased the stairs, told me climb anyway. Took the crown of the room, then said on your place. Film scream MVP, but they mute the sound. Bury truth in the dirt, let the lies do round. Draft night felt like a courtroom rig. Evidence clear, but the verdict fixed. Handshake snakes with a smile so wide. Crossed out my name with a permanent line. They scared of a king who can't be controlled. So they sell fake fear like truth got sold. Trying to break my spine before I touch the throne. But pressure only turn cold as stones.
Watch this.
They know.
Facts.
Facts! Who? Riot lip, they cut the brakes on purpose. Who? Turn the lane to insurance. Who? Fake stories, puppets and serpents. Who? Buried alive, but the dirt was worthless. Who really pulled steer? Still come deep. Can't stop this. Still here. Still here. Still here. NFL politics. First team refs locked behind steel doors. They feed me crumbs and ask why I want more. Death chart like a graveyard shit. They bury talent, promote relationships. Coach cold shoulder like I'm bad for the brand. But I read the fences like God's own plan. They want silence, obedience, smile and wait. But I throw truth deep, can't check down fake. Trolls bark loud from a Wi-Fi cage. Throw rocks at a lion still in his cage. They pray I crack, they bet I fall. But I've been training the fight since before the call. Talk heavy, read that, cold blood. Flex! Even harder, they been cutting the power. Every minute, every hour. Try to kill a seed, a forward flower. But I grew teeth in the dirt. Divorce. Impossible. Impossible. They tried to drown me. Forgot I was the way. Tried to bury me. Forgot I was the grave. You can't sabotage destiny. I came back different, eyes like war, smile gone mercy, left at the door. They tried to erase me like chalk and rain, but legends get carved, they don't wash away. From backup plans to the main event, they try to stall time, God his sin. Every lie they told built my skin. Now I'm bulletproof where they aim within. They wanted obedience, I wanted truth. Now the whole damn league gotta watch me move. Turn sabotage into gasoline, lit the match, now I haunt they dreams. Look now.